Hey yogis, welcome to Yellow Yoga. Today's practice is part of our strength series, and this one in particular is for strong arms and a strong back. We're not doing anything crazy, no crazy arm balances, but we'll definitely work up a sweat and get the arms and back burning a bit. If you're feeling energized and strong today, this class is for you. If you don't have too much energy, maybe this class is just what you need to energize yourself. Or maybe you should check out a softer class. Listen to your own body. Your body knows what it needs. All right, roll out your mat. Remember to take breaks if you need to. And let's get started. We'll start our practice today in mountain pose. So go ahead and make your way to the front of your mat, standing tall and straight. And we're going to start to move with the breath right away today in mountain. So on an inhale, lift your hands to the sky, slight back bend, gaze up. And exhale, release the hands to your sides for mountain pose. Inhale, lift the hands back up to the sky, big arm circles all the way up. And exhale, release back to mountain. And continue this movement on your own for a couple more breaths. As you move, invite whatever movement feels good and powerful here. Maybe bend the knees as you inhale and lift up. Maybe open the chest wide on your inhale and round the spine slightly as you exhale and release. And we'll come together with both hands over the head. Take one big inhale here, both hands overhead. And we'll exhale for cactus arms, bending the elbows to 90 degrees, drawing the elbows down, squeezing the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, both hands up and overhead. And exhale for cactus arms. Keep the core engaged. Shine your chest to the sky. Inhale again, hands overhead. And continue here at your own pace. And we'll meet again with both hands over the head. Inhale all together here. And exhale, release the hands down to your sides for mountain pose. And from here, before we start to make our way down to the mat, we'll knock at heaven's door a bit. So allow your arms to be loose and easy at your side. And start to twist your torso from side to side, allowing your arms to move and twist with your body. As you twist right, your left arm knocks at your right side body. As you twist left, your right arm knocks at your left side body. Don't worry about keeping your hips square here. Rotate them as much as you feel like you want to. Moving as fast or slow as you want as well. Just have some fun with this here. And we'll all come back to stillness in mountain pose. Take a second to check in with yourself here. Notice your breath and body, how you're feeling after knocking at heaven's door. Do you feel more excited and energized now? Or maybe you feel a little calmer, having released some energy. Just notice how you feel. And we'll start to move all together now. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky, slight back bend, gaze up. And exhale, hinge forward at the hips, rain it all the way down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, find some length. And exhale, release, forward fold, step both feet back into plank pose and breathe. We'll stay here in plank for a couple of breaths just to find ourselves in our first plank pose of the practice. Maybe bring your attention to your hands, since this is the first time your hands are on the mat this practice. Maybe pulse a little front to back on the balls of your toes if you're feeling extra energized. Just find something new in this plank pose. We'll take one more breath here in plank. And exhale, lower all the way down to the stomach, shoulders over wrists. And right away, we'll inhale to find baby cobra. Engage the back muscles to lift the chest slightly off the mat. And exhale, release back down to the mat. Inhale once more for baby cobra. And exhale, release. Continue on your own here for a couple of breaths. Maybe as you lift and release, you play around with the hands a little. See how it feels to slide the hands back toward your stomach. See how it feels to lift the hands off the mat completely. And then choose whatever variation feels the best for you today. All right, bring your hands under your shoulders if they're not there. And on your next inhale, push up to plank pose, find length here. And exhale, send the hips high and back for downward facing dog. And we'll take a second here to get comfortable. Enjoy the shoulder stretch. Enjoy stretching the upper back slightly. Pedaling it out. Finding some softness in the backs of the legs. And we're going to move into some spinal waves here. So we'll take one collective inhale here in downward facing dog. And exhale, release, let it all go. Inhale as we come forward into plank pose. And exhale for chaturanga, lower halfway down to the mat. Inhale, untuck the toes and push up to upward facing dog. Find length. And exhale, send the hips high and back. Tuck the toes back under for downward facing dog. We'll take one refreshing breath here in downward facing dog. And exhale, release, let it all out. Take 3 more spinal waves here on your own. Feel free to modify if you need to. You can always lower all the way down to the mat for baby cobra, rather than chaturanga to upward dog. Be mindful of your wrists as well. Your option or your decision to opt out is just as strong as your decision to opt in. Wherever you are, continue your flow to make your way to your stomach. And when you get there, bring your arms to your sides, backs of the arms to the mat, fingers pointing toward the back of the room, chin resting gently on the mat. If that's uncomfortable, you can turn your head to the side. And all together on an inhale, we'll engage the back body to lift both the upper body and lower body all the way off the mat for locust pose. And exhale, release all the way down to the mat. Inhale to lift all the way off the mat for locust. And exhale, continuing on your own here for a couple of breaths. Play around here a little if you'd like. Maybe play with holding locust pose for a couple of breaths if you're feeling really energized. Maybe play with trying to lift yourself higher and higher off the mat with each breath. Finish up your final locust and bring your hands under your shoulders. All together on an inhale, we'll push up to plank pose. And exhale, send the hips high and back for downward facing dog. We'll take one collective breath here and exhale, release. Ground through the left heel and inhale, send the right leg high and back for three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right knee to meet the right elbow for knee to elbow high plank. Inhale, send the right leg back and up for three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right knee to the opposite elbow this time. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right knee to meet the right elbow. Inhale back for three-legged dog. Bring the right knee to the left elbow this time. One more time, inhale back to three-legged dog. And exhale, stay where you are, and we'll take a three-legged vinyasa here. You can flow on your own or follow my cues. Inhale, come forward to three-legged plank. Exhale for three-legged chaturanga, halfway down to the mat. Inhale, both feet on the mat now, upward facing dog. And exhale, send the hips high and back for downward facing dog. And breathe. Pedal it out here. Enjoy this small rest. And we'll switch sides. Ground through the right heel and inhale, send the left leg high and back for three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the left knee to the left elbow for knee to elbow high plank. Inhale back to three-legged dog. And exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, send it back. And exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. One more time, inhale back to three-legged dog. Exhale, stay where you are, and begin your three-legged vinyasa flow on your own. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take one big breath here in downward facing dog. And exhale, release and lower the knees to the mat. And let's find puppy pose. Walk the knees back slightly, stretch the arms out long, and sink the chest to the mat. Hips should be right about over the knees. Let's take a couple breaths here. Maybe bend at the elbows to bring your hands in prayer position over your head for a bit of a tricep stretch. And we'll make our way into Sphinx pose now. Slide your hands to the front of your mat. Prop your weight on your forearms and sink the hips down to the mat. Keeping your neck nice and long here and really rooting down through your forearms. Take a couple of breaths here in Sphinx. On your next inhale, tuck the toes, engage the core, and lift your hips off the mat for low plank pose. And breathe. Now we'll start to walk the feet toward our elbows, sending the hips higher and higher until a significant amount of weight is in our shoulders for dolphin pose. Don't walk the feet in too much until the point of discomfort. It should be just far enough to feel the weight in your shoulders. Now from here, you can either hold dolphin pose, or you can try out some dolphin push-ups for a final tricep workout. If you want to try dolphin push-ups, clasp your hands in front of you. Send your gaze toward your clasped hands. Now as you exhale, bend your elbows to send your nose toward the space just beyond your clasped hands. You'll feel this really strongly in your triceps. Then inhale to come back up to dolphin. Whether you're holding dolphin pose or trying out some dolphin push-ups, if you need a break, you can walk the feet back for low plank or simply lower your knees for a quick break. I'll give you 15 more seconds here to play. Wherever you are, let's make our way to puppy pose once again. Lower the knees, stretch the arms out long, and sink the chest to the mat. Hips lifted over the knees. Again, for an extra tricep stretch, bend at the elbows and bring the hands to prayer over the head, and breathe. And when you're ready, we'll slide forward again and make our way onto our stomachs. And we'll start to cool down here with some deep shoulder stretches. So stretch your left arm straight out to your side, perpendicular to your body. Now gaze over your right shoulder, resting the left side of your face on the mat. Bend your right knee so your heel is facing the sky, and twist or roll toward the left side of your body, shining your right knee to the sky. If you're able and your shoulder is not too uncomfortable here, you can plant your right foot on the earth just outside of your mat. Breathe through the stretch. You'll feel a nice stretch in your left shoulder here. And feel free to play around a bit until you're comfortable. We'll take 3 breaths here. Let's slowly unroll and take it to the other side. Stretch your right arm straight out to your side, gazing over your left shoulder. Bend your left knee so your heel is facing the sky. And twist or roll to your right to shine your left knee up. Plant your left foot if you're able to, and breathe. Let's unwind, unravel, and meet back in the center. And we'll slowly push ourselves up to our knees. And we'll send the hips back to the heels. And we'll walk our hands back until we're kneeling comfortably in hero's pose, hands in prayer at the heart center. Traditional heroes pose has our sits bones between the feet, but we'll just hang out here, kind of sitting on top of the feet, just to be a bit softer on the knees. If that's not comfortable, you can come off the heels in a high kneeling position, or you can just find a comfortable cross-legged seat. And we'll take eagle arms here, so straighten both arms out in front of you like a mummy. Now cross your left arm over your right arm at your elbows. So your left elbow is at your right elbow crease. Now bend at both elbows and send the palms toward each other in prayer. Your left elbow is hooked into your right elbow crease. Your right fingertips are only touching the palm of your left hand. Lift the elbows slightly for a bit more stretch in the shoulders and back, and breathe. If you're totally lost, just work on your own shoulder stretches here. The stretches you learned in gym class work just fine. And we'll unravel the arms and take it to the other side. Straighten both arms out in front of you again like a mummy. Now cross your right arm over your left arm at your elbows, so your right elbow is at your left elbow crease. Bend at both elbows and send the palms toward each other in prayer. Your right elbow is hooked into your left elbow crease here. And your left fingertips are only touching the palm of your right hand. Again, you can lift the elbow slightly for a bit more of a stretch, and breathe. Slowly unravel the arms, and we'll come to a comfortable cross-legged seat here. Take your time getting here. Maybe shake the legs out first if you need to. When you get here, take a moment to check in with yourself. Maybe do a quick body scan and notice any areas of tightness or discomfort. Consider the postures or poses you can take to alleviate the discomfort. I'll give you a minute to flow on your own, to give yourself whatever your body needs. And after the minute, we'll meet in Savasana. Wherever you are, even it out if you need to. Then come into your Shavasana corpse pose, lying on your back, legs stretched out long, arms to your sides. And release your mind from thinking. As always, I encourage you to remain here for a couple of minutes to let the body and mind heal from today's practice. I wish you love and light and luck and an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.